Okay, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'll turn my camera on in a second. Before we get started, just let me know if you can hear me. Please type into the chat if you can hear me so I know we're all clear with that. Bring the chat up. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, Derek, how you doing? James, okay, great, great, great. Okay, okay, you can hear me. Okay, great. Okay, so just give me one second. Okay, so yes, good evening, everyone. Okay, Carmen, you can hear me great. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. It just started pouring here. The Eagles game, I think, got postponed and literally just started pouring, raining out of nowhere. I didn't know it was supposed to rain today. But thank you guys for coming here. We have a jam-packed schedule tonight. So do me a favor first. Please put your cell phones on silent. Please close any other tabs you have, any other browsers. It's going to be a very important conversation when we talk about finance, when we talk about business, wealth, all that type of stuff you don't see on mainstream media. Okay, Derek says better here than South Philly. Okay, yeah, it's crazy. Like it literally just started like pouring out of nowhere. Like I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. It was hot. It's been like extra hot. It feels like July and it's like September, about to be fall, and it's just extra hot. Like when you step outside, like I literally can't breathe. It's extra hot. So guys, if you have any questions, please type them down in there. We had a couple questions that came prior to this meeting, so we'll get to those first. But before we even get to that, the first thing I do want to talk about is affiliates. Anybody who is an affiliate, if you have not gotten your affiliate link yet, please let me know so I can send it to you. In the last 3 weeks, we've had about 50 new students within the last 3 weeks. So thank you to everybody who signed up. A lot of people are signing up for the affiliate marketing program, for the Future Financial Gurus program, and the General Financial Literacy course. So one of the main things, we have a lot of new affiliates. Each affiliate gets 20% commission on any purchases. I did a lecture last week in Andre Hatchett School about affiliate marketing, ways you can make money, and how you can sign up for my program, which is free. And I think I sent everybody their affiliate link. But if you have not gotten your affiliate link yet, please let me know so I can send it to you, and then you will get 20% commissions. So everybody in here, do me a favor, just please type your name in the chat, where you are from, and if you have a business, put the name of your business down. Please type that in. Um, Also, I'm talking Andre. If people that did miss that lecture, I think it was a really good lecture. It was very helpful. Got a lot of feedback. I'm trying to talk to him to get everybody who didn't see it, so I can send you guys that information so you can see it. Because people that missed it, it is something that you do want to see. So that was a pretty good lecture. So again, if you haven't gotten your affiliate link yet, please let me know, or you can send an email to customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. That's customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com, and I'll send you a affiliate link. Okay, Kusana, yes. Okay, yeah, I did email you back. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Please forgive me if I'm not. Kusana, I did email you back. So just let me know if everything that I emailed you was sufficient. If so, I can send you all the access to those trainings, and I'll give you the ability to set up a consultation with me, multiple consultations with me, because of what we talked about offline. So Kusana, please just let me know. I did email you back. Just let me know if that's sufficient, so we can go in. And then there's something else that comes with that, those additional bonuses that I'm going to send you as well. So just let me know if what I emailed you was sufficient, and I'll email you all your trainings, give you access to my calendar and stuff like that, and we can go from there. Sorry about the confusion. I just hope everything that I sent you was sufficient. Okay, so Carmen says from Philly. Yeah, shout out to Philly. Philly's in the building heavy. Are y'all coming to the ABNC? Let me know if you're coming to the All Black National Convention. It's about 3 weeks away. So please type in the chat if you are coming, if you want to volunteer, if you want to be a vendor, if you need a discount code on some tickets. I got a 30% discount code that you might want on some tickets if you didn't buy your tickets yet. So that's something else I can give you. So if you're in Philly, please come out to the All Black National Convention. If you're not in Philly, come out to the All Black National Convention. People will come in from all over. We're about 3 weeks away. So please, please come out. And Carmen, okay, I will send you your affiliate link tonight. Let me just mark that down. Anybody who does not have an affiliate link, I'm going to send it to you tonight. So that's Carmen. Shout out to Philly. James from Chattanooga. Shout out to Chattanooga, Tennessee in the building. From Chattanooga Mobile Notary Services. Great. Did you learn that in Andre's class? I hope you learned that in Andre's class. He, teaches people how to become mobile notaries, which is great. Okay, Carmen, you gave me your email, which is great. I'll definitely email you your affiliate link tonight, so you can go out there, start pushing these courses. Okay, Derek says my daughter and I will be there. I need that code. My nephew lives in the chat. Okay, so the code I'm going to give everybody a promo code. Please do not share this code. I will be in trouble for giving you this code if you keep, share it to a lot of people. A lot of people use it. So it's I buy black, all one word. Type it in the chat. Yes, I buy black. So when you're on Eventbrite and you're buying your tickets on Eventbrite, type in the promo code I buy black. One word. One word, I buy black. That will give you 30% off. 30% off all the tickets, all the packages, the VIPs, the general sessions, the private sessions, whatever it is. That's going to be 30% off. Please do not share this code with multiple people. It's supposed to only be for people that are I buy black. So just please, you guys use it, whatever. Just don't give it to a whole bunch of people because then they're going to say, why are these people using it? We only want it to be a selected amount of people. But if you do want your tickets, that's a 30% off coupon. Use I buy black promo code on Eventbrite. Okay, James says indeed, yes, absolutely. Taria, Jacksonville, shout out to Jacksonville in the building. Okay, so moving on. Now, before we move on, are there any other questions about the affiliate marketing course I have, affiliate marketing general, the commissions, how the payouts work? You get paid through PayPal. If you don't have PayPal, I can do Cash App, but I would prefer to do PayPal. So just, let me know if you guys have any more questions on that. Okay, so moving on. So the next thing I want to discuss before we get to the actual questions is the Future Financial Gurus program. So shout out to everybody who has enrolled in the program, signed their child up in the program. If you have a child or a nephew or a niece or a friend or a neighbor or a grandchild, please, please put them in this program. I'm telling you, please put them in this program. It's the 30 financial concept every child should know. I know Derek put his daughter in it. She was one of the first people to go through the program. His feedback was great. I put it on the actual sales page so you can just see his feedback. You don't got to listen to me. Listen to the people who signed up for the program. So please, if you have a child, grandchild, niece, nephew, neighbor, friend, anything, please, please, please sign them up for this program. It's a 30 financial concepts every child should know, from what is a stock to a bond to a mutual fund to a loan, what is debt, what is an entrepreneur, what is cryptocurrency, what is a bull market, bear market, what is a mortgage, what is credit, all that type of stuff, all the stuff that most of us probably learned in adulthood, all the stuff that most of us learned after we bumped our head, after we made mistakes, after we lost money, all that. I remember the first time I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I was like 19, 20, and literally changed my life. It changed my life. I learned what an asset was and a liability was and, how to get out of the rat race, all that. I learned that when I was 20. Imagine if I would learn that if I was 8 or 9 or 10 or 11. when you see someone that's like, this 30-year-old now is a millionaire, he has a multi-million-dollar business. He probably learned business when he was 6 or 7. So please, if you have a child, sign them up for this program. So Derek says my daughter enrolled and completed the course. I say proudly that she has to be one of the first, if not the first child to enroll and complete the program. Yes, I think she was the first, probably. And Derek, just put down in the comments how you liked it. I got your feedback. I'll put it on the sales page. But Derek, just let me know how you liked it. I could just be talking. I want you to honestly give feedback on it because it's not something I just put together. I took time to put it together. There are 3 quizzes at the end of each module. It's 3 modules. There's a final test of like 30 questions. I do these Q&As if there's any questions on it. If you want to bring your child on, we can talk about something specifically, any other way I can help, whatever the case may be, just please put him in his program. My grandson is 4. I would like to save until he's old enough, or is it something I don't know about? So I'll learn it and teach him when he is older. Honestly, I would say put him in now. I've had someone actually just ask me that last week, and she signed up. She was like, my children may not, I think like 3 or 4, something like that. Say, I don't know if they're old enough. But what she did, what she asked me to do when I did it for her was I sent her the slides. So she asked me like, can you send me all the slides on it so I can print it out? The videos are great, but I would like to have the slides as well to print out and actually go through them and read into them, like when you're reading to your child, which I agree with. Don't do that for everybody, but I agree to it. So that's something else I can do is just send you each PowerPoint. You can print it out, read it to them like how you read, other stories or bedtime stories. Read this information to get their mind thinking about it. And also with Labor Day, past Labor Day, we did a special. I did like 75% off the program just for that. And then I bumped the price up just a little bit, just to take care of the people that actually invested over Labor Day. It's not that same price. It's just an increase about like $20. So you can definitely, enroll, and they get a free financial literate backpack when they enroll now. Derek, I don't think that was available when Darren signed up, but if she wants to get a backpack, financial literate backpack, let me know. I'll send you the website just to get the backpack, and I'll give you a promo code for that for like 10-20% off. But let me, I'm gonna put the link in for the back to school special on the program. Okay, so there's a link for it. I think it's like $97 now is the price, but that comes with 2 bonuses. So it's $97 for the entire program. The program is normally $250. So I say to people, if you can spend more on sneakers than your child's education, this program is not for you. If you can spend more on entertainment than your child's education or investing for your child, this program is not for you. So that's why I priced it at $250. But for now, limited time, it is $97 for the program, and you get 2 additional bonuses. You get a financially literate backpack, which is $75 worth of value, and you get my affiliate marketing training course. So you get the course and the backpack and the financially literate program, the financially literate children's program for just $97. I think that's literally a steal. If less than $100 for these life-changing concepts and the 2 bonuses, and you get access to these Q&As and stuff like that. So I think it's a good deal. So that's the link right there. If anybody wants to sign their child or their grandchild up, I strongly suggest it. All right. So Derek says, Darren loves her some Mr. McCurry, particularly after she met you and she loved your course and she will run it back in October. Absolutely great. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the ABNC. So this is, Derek telling you, before this, I didn't say, Derek, come on and tell people just so we can get people to enroll in the program, tell people something that's not true or whatever. This is on the spot. I asked Derek his honest feedback on the program, his child that went through the program. She loves the program. It's changing her life. I guarantee in her class, she is probably ahead than most of the people in her class, most of the people in her school, just being exposed to these new concepts. I teach my daughter all these concepts all the time. when she's with her other cousins and stuff like that. Literally last year, we were at a funeral. One of my aunts passed away, and we're at a funeral. My daughter was sitting with all her little cousins, my little cousins, her older cousins, and then her older cousin, but my little cousin came with me. She's like 13. She was like, "What do you teach your daughter?" I was like, "Well, I thought she meant something bad." She said, "What do you teach your daughter?" She's talking about, what do I have in my savings account? Am I investing in the stock market? Am I buying property? No, she's like, "What are you teaching her?" She was like so surprised. I was like, "Yeah, that's how we do." I was like, "That's how we do." You know what I mean? We're not talking about jobs. We're talking about owning your own businesses. We're not just talking about buying stuff. We're talking about how we invest in that stuff. We're not just talking about paying the landlord. We're talking about how do we get the property? How do we collect the check on the first of every month? And she's only 9. So I'm telling you, these concepts, teaching these concepts to your children will literally change their life because most other kids ain't learning this stuff. Most other parents aren't teaching their child this stuff. Most other parents don't even know this stuff themselves to teach it to the children. So I'm telling you, this stuff puts these child light years ahead of anybody else their age and anybody probably older than them. So if anybody wants to get in the program, you still get 2 bonuses. You can go right there. Any questions on that before we move on? We're going to get to the questions that were submitted prior to today's meeting. And then if anybody has any other questions, you can put them in. Anybody have any other questions on any of the programs? We have a new program coming, I think, in about a month, just on like digital marketing. That was like a hot topic last week on just digital marketing, actually, how to really make money. There's so much opportunity to make money in the digital space, so much opportunity through sales funnels and paid traffic and automation and just so much opportunity. So a new course will be coming, the Digital Marketing 101. But if anybody has any questions on the affiliate course, the financial literacy children's course, anything like that, please drop it in. If you have any questions on the A, B, and C, either put those questions in there as well. And let me try to pull up the questions that were submitted prior to today. Let me just stop sharing for a minute. All right. So yeah, if you guys have any financial questions, business questions, anything, please type them now. Type them in now. I want to go to the questions that were submitted first, and then we'll go to any questions now. All right, let me see. Derek says your shirt is heat. I'm at the Platt this past Sunday, and a few people asked me who you were. I told them to look you up. Who was that, Derek? Who was asking? Definitely, have them look me up. And I don't know if you have an affiliate link yet, Derek, but I can send you a link. So anybody that wants to know, anybody wants to sign up for a course, you can sign them up, and you get 20% commissions as well for free. So definitely spread the word. We're trying to lock Philly down, trying to lock the tri-state down, trying to lock the world down, really. Okay, so let me go to the first questions. Okay, so we got 3 questions prior to this meeting. The first was, who is or was the greatest Black investor? We know Warren Buffett, but he studied under Walter Schloss, if I pronounced that correctly, and they both learned from Benjamin Graham. Everyone knows Buffett, but aside from Dr. Watkins, who would be considered the greatest Black investor? And that was a great question, by the way, Derek. Thank you for that question. So I did write some notes down on that. Has anybody ever heard of Robert F. Smith? Robert F. Smith. Let me know, type yes or no if you have heard of this gentleman. When I was doing my research and stuff like that, he was one of the first people to come up. No. Okay. So Robert F. Smith, let me share my screen again. Okay, so he's an investor, Black investor. He has a net worth of $5.5 billion. and he just surpassed Oprah as being the wealthiest African American. So, as far as who was the greatest black investor and stuff like that, I don't know, specifically offhand. When I was doing my research, this is who came up. So I've never heard of him as well. And prior to the other day, but this is someone that you may just want to take a look at. You may just want to research. You may want to read his story if he has any books or anything like that. So he is a former chemical engineer and investment banker, the founder, chairman, and CEO of private equity firm Vista Equity Partners. So he was ranked by Forbes in 2017 as the 226th richest person in America, richest person, black or white or whatever, indifferent, in America. Number 688 on Forbes 2016 list of world's billionaires, net worth of $5.5 billion. And in 2018 cover story of Forbes, he's the wealthiest African American, surpassing Oprah. So I don't know if you heard of him, Derek, but this is someone, that came up when I was doing my research. That's someone that, great black investor that most of us never heard of. I never heard of. So, just to get back to your question, as far as who's the greatest black investor, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a book called Black Fortunes. Black Fortunes, about the 6 African Americans who escaped slavery and became millionaires. And in this book, they talk about someone called Robert Reed Church. His name was Robert Reed Church. How many of you heard of Robert Reed Church? If you have, type yes or no in the chat. He was a person that was born into slavery. His dad was white, I think a white slave master. His mom was, I don't know, she was, from Caribbean or somewhere else. But Robert Reed Church, they talk about him. He was a great investor. He invested a lot in real estate. So how he became a millionaire was buying up a lot of property, like in Memphis and other parts of the South, during economic downtimes. So, when the economy's bad, a lot of people freak out. They say the economy's bad, the stock market's bad, the real estate market's down, business is down, stuff like that. And they freak out, they panic, they sell their stocks, they sell their property, stuff like that. But what smart investors do is they buy more. They buy more. So what Robert Reed Church did during the late 19th century, early 20th century, he bought a lot of land, a lot of property when it was low. And then as time went on, as generations went on, the prices went up. So that's how he eventually became a millionaire. So he's definitely one of the, I would say one of the great black investors, not necessarily in the stock market, but just investing in general. Another thing you want to read is The Wealth Choice. How many of y'all have read The Wealth Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbro? If you have not read The Wealth Choice, after you read my book, we'll talk about that in a moment. But after you read my book, make sure you read The Wealth Choice. If you want to know anything about money, anything about wealth, anything about potentially becoming a millionaire, having a lot of money, read The Wealth Choice. I have that as well. I just read it. Where is my Wealth Choice book? I literally stacks of books over here. That's another thing. If you want to be financially literate, you want to have money, make sure you are reading consistently The Wealth Choice. So if you have not read The Wealth Choice, I strongly suggest you read The Wealth Choice. I'm telling you, Derek, if you have not read The Wealth Choice yet, man, read The Wealth Choice. I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Kimbro in Atlanta in June, which was great. He's an amazing person. Great. Got to meet him. He actually signed my book. He actually signed it. Y'all can see it. It's kind of bright. Probably can't see it. But he actually signed it. So shout out to him. He interviewed people like Bob Johnson, who started BET, Kathy Hughes, Damon John, Tyler Perry. I think everybody except Oprah. I don't know if he interviewed Oprah, but every black billionaire and millionaire he interviewed, the person who started Ebony, person who started Black Enterprise, all those people he interviewed. It's an amazing book. So make sure you read that book. The other thing I was thought about when I was analyzing Derek's question is what we have to realize is most people in general, and black people, of course, most people that build their wealth, the people that you see with masses amounts of wealth, most of them got it through entrepreneurship. Most of them did not get it through the stock market, which, is, I don't want to say a misconception, or a lot of people just don't think about, a lot of people just don't know. But most people you see that are like high, high net worth, high income, have a lot of money. Most of them didn't get it from the stock market. And that's something I learned. Because me, I'm always talking about the stock market, invest in the stock market, invest for your children. Of course, do that, absolutely. But to get those massive amounts of wealth, it's probably not going to come from the stock market. It's probably going to come from entrepreneurship. Just look at someone like Mark Zuckerberg, for instance. He's like 36 years old. I think he's worth, I don't even know, I can look it up. I think he's worth like $50 billion. I don't know if it has his net worth over here. His net worth is $67 billion. $67 billion. It's going to be hard to get that just investing in the stock market. So $67 billion. Facebook, this company didn't even exist 20 years ago. Didn't even exist 20 years ago. He's only 30. I thought he was 36. He's 34 years old. He's 3 years older than me. Only 34 years old. He's worth $67 billion. The company he has right now that's taking over the world wasn't even around 20 years ago. So I say all that to say that a lot of us, like when we talk about wealth, and and you'll read that in the Wealth Choice as well, that Dr. Kimbrough says like 90% of the people that he interviewed, the people that you see on the Forbes list, people that have massive amounts of wealth, the people that a lot of us aspire to be, a lot of them, most of them, 90% of them got their money through entrepreneurship, not through investing in the stock market, not even through real estate. A lot of them get it through real estate, but most of it comes through entrepreneurship. So that's just something you always want to keep in the back of your mind as far as, wealth building. The three asset classes I always talk about is, of course, stocks and bonds, investing in, real estate, property, land, stuff like that, and business. So which is the greatest asset? I don't know. That's subjective. I think you should have all three. But that's just something that you want to think about, that I just thought about when you talk about who's the greatest Black investor, people with, massive amounts of wealth. Most of them didn't get it through investing in stocks. Most of them got it through entrepreneurship, building a massive business. So that's just something to think about. So let me go to the next question. Okay, so the next question is, what are your thoughts on the Intercontinental Exchange, which owns the New York Stock Exchange, creating a cryptocurrency exchange called BACK, B-A-K-K-T. Hope I pronounced it correctly. BAKKT, where Wall Street gets into cryptocurrency. So that's another good question. I did take some notes on that as well. Let me see. Okay, so my thoughts on that. I mean, honestly, I don't have that many thoughts on that. Let me just go back so I can have the question in front of me. Honestly, I don't have too many thoughts on that. One thing I will say, I used to work at Vanguard, so I was watching an interview with the new CEO of Vanguard, and he was saying like they're staying far away from cryptocurrency only because when you mix crypto with like Wall Street and stuff like that, crypto's not backed by anything. So, if you invest in a stock, in Apple or Facebook or something like that, if you invest in Apple stock, okay, that's backed by $1 trillion company. Apple's is the first $1 trillion company. Facebook's a massive company, Google, Coca-Cola, whatever the case may be. You're backed by a company. When you invest in crypto, like there's nothing backing it. Like if you, with money like gold was the, standard or whatever to, back dollars or whatever the case may be. I don't know if that's still the case, but that's one of the things about crypto and just the dangers of, investing a lot into it, getting into Wall Street, stuff like that, is it's not backed by anything. So that's just one of the things that I was thinking about. So Carmen said there is talk about a huge crash that is about to happen soon, and the dollar won't worth anything. How will that affect the Black community? That's a good question. So I'll get to that in 1 second. But as far as that, yeah, Derek, honestly, that's a good question. I just don't have too many thoughts on it. You know what I mean? Crypto was like real hot, a year ago, kind of cooled off a little bit. I still invested in Bitcoin. I still have my Bitcoin. I didn't sell it or anything. But I just don't, I just don't monitor like that. I don't get into it too much. So honestly, on that question, I just don't have too many thoughts around it because at the end of the day, it's speculation. We have to see who knows what will happen. But I just think be careful with, crypto and Wall Street stuff like that because, there's nothing backing crypto. There's nothing, behind crypto. So if crypto goes down or you lose your Bitcoin or whatever the case may be, what's behind Bitcoin? What's behind crypto, the blockchain, stuff like that. But as far as like an asset, a tangible asset, there's nothing backing it. So that's just my thoughts on it. So I'll get to Carmen's question in a moment. Last question we have that was submitted previously was, okay, what are your thoughts on Black people getting behind Jay Morrison's Tulsa Real Estate Fund? I'm an honorary founder, but some guy named Julian Gordon, who I do know, invested $40,000, but no Black media personalities that I know of have gotten behind this undertaking. Your thoughts if you have to answer these questions. Great question. So as far as the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, me, honestly, I don't know too much about it. I've heard a lot about it. I know he raised like $15 million, which is amazing. He's doing amazing things in the community. I have met Jay before. I can't say I actually know him, but I have met Jay a couple times. I know a lot of people that know him. He seems like a good dude. As far as the actual fund, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know too much about the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. I know there are SEC documents. I haven't gotten a chance to read them yet. I know he was saying I'm guaranteeing like 8% return, I believe, something like that. But I don't know. I mean, I think what he's doing is great. I think it's like $500 minimum to invest in a Tulsa fund, which gives you an equity, you're an equity shareholder. That's something that Obama passed when he was in office, allowing people who are not quote unquote accredited investors, people that may have smaller budgets, invest in crowdfunding or some type of, equity crowdfunding or some type of real estate pool, something like that, to give them the ability to invest in that. Because previously you had to have like a lot of money, have like 200,000 in liquid assets, something like that, or be an accredited investor to invest in those type of funds. But now you can do that with a smaller budget, thanks to Obama. But I just don't know like the nuances of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. I see the stuff on Instagram. I see the celebrations, the balls, all the stuff that they have, which is amazing, which is great. I just don't know about the actual investment too. I just don't know too much about it. Like I said, there are SEC documents. There are a lot of stuff in there. I just haven't read it. You know what I mean? I haven't personally invested yet. I'm not opposed to investing. I just, really don't know. My day-to-day investing is in business. I invest heavily in the business. I invest heavily into my company, heavily into, building a strong economic base, my own, portfolio of stocks and mutual funds, stuff like that. So I just don't know, specifically everything about the Tulsa Real Estate Fund to have an opinion on either way. I think Jay's doing some amazing things. Shout out to him. I think we'll be at the ABNC as well. But if you want to get started for $500 or more, you can definitely get started. Shout out to Jay Morrison. Shout out to the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, all the investors. I just don't know the nuances of the actual investments that are going to be taking place once you put your money in. As far as Julian Gordon, that's my man. I was actually just with him in Atlanta in June. We was there. We sat down. We broke bread. I do know him personally. Julian's a good dude. He's a very smart dude. He does have money. He did. He told me personally he put $40,000 in, which is great. As far as Black media coverage on it, you already know the answer to that. Why, Derek? They don't really want us to, really prosper. They don't really want us to have assets. They don't really want us to not need them. Everything is about Kaepernick and football and NFL and stuff like that, which is great. It gets everybody riled up, Black Lives Matter and kneeling for Cap, stuff like that. but they don't really want us to have a true economic base. So you're not going to see mainstream coverage on the Tulsa Fund. You're not going to see mainstream coverage on the $40,000 investment that he did. He invested more than some people make in a year. You already know the reason why there won't coverage on that. There's not going to be any coverage on that. That is why we have the responsibility as conscious Black folks to have our own media channels, directly connect with each other, have the direct-to-consumer relationship thanks to social media. So, shout out to him, shout out to Julian Gordon, shout out to Tulsa Real Estate Fund, shout out to Jay Morrison, shout out to all of them. But yeah, I do know Julian, he's a good dude. So those are all the questions that were submitted previously. Let me think if there are any. Let me see if there are any others that were submitted previously. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. All right, so let me just scroll back up. All right, so Carmen says here there's talk about a huge crash that's about to happen soon. That will worth anything. How will it affect the Black community? Well, first thing, I mean, that's speculation. No one knows if there's going to be a huge crash. I mean, it definitely can happen. I mean, I think as far as a crash, I think there's definitely going to be a correction coming as far as like the economy, as far as the stock market. The economy has been pretty good for the last about 10 years, ever since the 2008 crash, 2008 crash, where, stock market crashed, a recession, whatever the case may be, prior to Obama getting in office. Ever since that, the economy's been very good. The economy's been stable. The stock market is doing good. As much as we hate Trump, the economy's doing good. You know what I mean? The economy is going to favor business owners. The economy is going to favor investors. The economy is going to favor landowners. The stock market has been taking off since the crash. So I think personally a correction is definitely coming, meaning the stock market is definitely going to crash probably. The economy is not going to be as good as it's been. Money is not going to be as easily available in the system, in the economy. I think that's coming. As far as a crash with the actual dollar, I don't know. I mean, if that was to happen, of course it's going to affect the Black community. See, what happens is when in mainstream America, if there's a cold, as economically, in Black America, it's pneumonia. So that means if the economy's messed up for white folks or mainstream, people in our community, it's going to be 1,000 times worse. So that's definitely going to affect us as far as how bad it will affect us. If the dollar, won't be worth anything. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? No one knows the answer to that. Anybody that says they know the answer to that, they're definitely lying. So that's just something to watch out for. So what you want to do is you want to invest in assets. You want to invest in assets. You want to invest in properties. You want to invest in stocks and bonds. You want to have equity in the business, start your own business, whatever the case may be. So if there is a crash, you're not as vulnerable as someone who only works a job, someone who only rents, or someone that has no assets in the stock market. You're not going to be as vulnerable as that person if you have investments, if you have properties, if you have business and stuff like that. You will not be as vulnerable. So that's why I push assets so heavy. All right. So Derek says, fair, a little pushback with the $1 trillion company. A Chinese company went over the $1 trillion market cap a few years back. Amazon went over $1 trillion yesterday. It's called PetroChina and went over $1 trillion in 2007. I read just last week that the market has been in a bull market for 9 years of record. Yeah, absolutely. So if the market has been in a bull market for the last 9 years, which it has, what that means to me is that a crash is definitely coming. All right. So Derek, we have a question in the Q&A. Are your earned commissions from affiliate marketing considered standard taxable income as an individual taxpayer? Or would it be categorized tax differently when you have a business? That is something you would ask your tax advisor or CPA. If you were to make over $600, I believe, then I would have to issue you a 1099. I believe, and I can check with my accountant and stuff like that, but I believe if you make less than $600 in a year from this affiliate marketing program that I would not have to issue you a 1099, but I think I can, something like that. I'll definitely double check with my accountant, but generally it would just be through like a 1099. So let's say you work for Uber or you work for someone else, something like that, and then once you file your taxes, you say, I made 20,000 on my job, but I also made an extra $500 doing affiliate marketing. Here's my 1099 to show that, or I did Uber or something like that. Whereas though you're like considered like an independent contractor, that's usually what it's called. But yeah, I could definitely email you or connect when we meet Daryl about that. But yeah, generally you would just get a 1099. You're like independent contractor, and only if you made over $600 would I issue you a 1099. Hope that answers your question. All right, so yeah, back to Dirk's question. Yeah, so bull market 9 years, to me that means a crash is coming. So just be ready for it. I'm waiting for the crash because I'm going to buy a whole bunch of stocks. As far as $1 trillion company stuff is concerned, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even follow it too heavy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't follow the stock market day to day. I don't follow the headlines day to day. I may watch it and stuff like that, but I don't really follow it. I seen the headlines that Apple was the first $1 trillion company. If it's not, whatever. I honestly don't follow it like that. Okay, Daryl says, cool, thanks. Okay, yeah, great. So I'm glad, and I'm waiting to connect with you, Daryl. We have a meeting on the calendar, which is great. So that's all the questions I see so far right now. If anybody has any other questions, please drop them in now. Put them in now or forever hold your peace. So again, thank you to all the new students, everybody that has signed up on the affiliate program, the Future Financial Guru program, the General Financial Literacy program. If anybody has any other questions before we wrap on finance, business, anything like that, please type them in. Okay, Taria, thank you. All is well, yes. I stepped out and made my first share of stock about 5 months ago. Great, congratulations. I purchased one share of stock in Disney. My question is, how often do I need to try to purchase more? I would say if you can do it bi-weekly, great. If not, once a month. That's what I would say. I mean, the main thing is about the stock market. Two main things. Number one is diversify. Don't keep buying the same stock over and over. Number two, be consistent. Be consistent. That is compound interest. So, yeah, I would say if you can do it bi-weekly, great. If you can't, I would say once a month. So, hope that's helpful. That's what I try to do. Another thing you can do is Acorns. Get the Acorns app, and then I do like $5 a day. If you can do $5 a day, or if you just have some extra cash you can put in, Acorns is a great way to do it because you can do it. You don't have to necessarily buy an entire stock. What Acorns does is you invest in mutual funds, which automatically gives you diversification. So you're in multiple different stocks through the mutual funds. So that's, and they use Vanguard funds, which are good funds. So that's another thing you can do just with Acorns. Acorns is great because it's a lower minimum investment and it's easy. You get on your app, you link your bank account. In 5 minutes, you can literally buy, shares right there on the spot, and you can have an auto invest if you want as well. Okay, Carmen says I own some Vietnam dongs waiting for revalue. When will this happen? I'm not sure I understand your question, Carmen. I honestly don't know I don't get too much into foreign securities. So anything that's like Forex or just anything outside of US securities, I just don't know too much about. Me personally, if I was going to buy anything outside of US securities, I would just do it through a mutual fund. So I would go through a broker like Vanguard or T. Rowe Price, and they have funds that world securities or world investments or international stock market funds, stuff like that. I would invest in those just to have more diversification. If I wanted, equities outside of U.S., I would get it through a mutual fund, and I would do it through a large broker like that. But yeah, I'm just not too familiar with. I try to keep everything domestic. Me personally, not to say that's the right way to go. That's just me personally. I just keep it domestic. Okay. Uh, Derek says once a month, $100 bare minimum. Dameris actually doubled down when Philadelphia had the Starbucks controversy. First thing she said, "Daddy, can I buy more?" Yes, absolutely. Anytime you see a stock going down like Nike, if Nike's going down right now, I'm buying more. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Nike ain't going nowhere. Let's just keep it 1,000. Nike ain't going nowhere. Whether they do Kaepernick commercials or not, Nike ain't going nowhere. So, you know what I mean? Me personally, if I see something going down like the Starbucks controversy, I'm buying more. Nike controversy, I'm buying more. Facebook controversy, I'm buying more. Whatever the case may be, because I just think like Nike, I don't think going anywhere. Apple, I don't think is going anywhere. Facebook, I don't think is going anywhere. Google, Netflix, I don't think they're going anywhere. Amazon, not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Snapchat, I don't know. You know what I mean? Snapchat could be speculative. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I don't know. Other, companies, that may not, have a hard market cap as like Facebook and Google and Apple and Netflix. I don't know. All right. So Derek says we microcap over here, APN, Ulta, and for women, Stitch Fitch. Yeah, Stitch Fitch is good. Shopify. Yeah, Shopify is a good stock. I talked about that a while ago. Companies with a ton of room to run. Intercontinental Exchange is small, but the do own the NYSE. I shot a video about the market on YouTube. We have Snapchat and Damage to show you. I got Snapchat. I bought Snapchat on the IPO. I mean, I'm not saying, nobody knows what's going to happen with Snapchat. I heard actually Snapchat just got some type of new feature that they patent that's what I heard. So that could be opportunity. Snapchat started with the stories and then Facebook and Instagram copied it. You know what I mean? If he would have been able to patent that, I think Snapchat would have took off. Facebook probably would have dropped a little bit because they own Instagram. And if they wouldn't have been able to copy the stories, I think Snapchat, maybe could have got some, headway. But I did hear that Snapchat, Evan Spiegel, who's the CEO, they just patent some type of new feature. I don't know exactly what it is. So, that could give them some upside. But in the long run, no one knows what's going to happen. One thing I will say, anybody you see that's like 18 or younger, even the millennials, my generation, they all on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter is on Snapchat. She ain't on Facebook. Now they are on Instagram. Facebook owns Instagram. So that's why Facebook has so much leverage because they own Instagram, they own Messenger, they own the WhatsApp. That's why they have so much leverage. But I will say, like the generation, after the millennials, all of them is on Snapchat. Most of them is not on Facebook. So as far as the long run, who knows? Snapchat, they could still do very well in the long run because all the kids are on it. All the kids are on Snapchat. That's something I can say personally. Snapchat got into beef with Facebook last year, and it's been curtains ever since, or something like that. Yeah. So I mean, what originally happened was Mark Zuckerberg was trying to buy Snapchat, and then Evan Spiegel said no. Was that a bad move? Who's to say? I mean, me personally, I forget how much. It was either I know 1 or 3 billion. I know Mark Zuckerberg bought Instagram for 1 billion. Now it's worth 10 billion in like 5 years, something like that. So I forget exactly how much he offered Snapchat, but I think it was at least a couple billion. I don't know. I mean, I might have took that, you know what I mean, at the time, and that's when Snapchat was like brand new. I might have took that, who knows? But ever since he opposed Mark Zuckerberg's offer, it's been like, ever since they've been going at it. So, who's to say what'll happen? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think Facebook's going anywhere. But as far as the long term, Snapchat, they could do very well because all the kids are on it. All the kids are definitely on it. So if anybody has any last questions, we have a few more minutes. Please type them in. Please type any last questions that you have in right now about stock market, business, you know, how I can just help you get more customers, sell more of your products and services, any other investments you're thinking about, any new IPOs. I forget the next IPO I seen coming up. I don't know if it was Airbnb. I forget exactly, but I know there was a new hot IPO coming up. Um, I just can't think of what it was. What do you think about internet censorship with Facebook and people getting banned like Dr. Watkins? Yeah, he just got banned again, which is crazy. I don't understand it. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, what it is Facebook's very liberal. So Facebook is in bed with the Democratic Party. Facebook is in bed with the liberals, stuff like that. So if you say anything against, I think Dr. Boyce put something about immigration, something like that, and that's why they banned him. So anything that's like against integration, LGBT, any other type of liberal issues, abortion, I guess, something like that, they're going to ban you. Um, Derek knows me, so he knows I don't even get too political. You know what I mean? So Facebook's, Facebook drawing with that. You know what I mean? I'm be honest, like they tripping. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. They have a huge platform. Facebook has bought me a lot of money. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of money on Facebook ads. Facebook ads have helped me scale my book. So I've sold a lot of copies of my book from running Facebook ads. I've gotten a lot of customers from Facebook. I built a lot of relationships through Facebook. I have a lot of people I'm connected with through Facebook, and I can I got so many people just a message away, a Facebook message away. I'm talking about accountants and lawyers, trademark lawyers, and consultants and digital marketing specialists. A lot of them are just a Facebook message away. So me personally, I can't like say too much about Facebook. You know what I mean? They are doing that dumb stuff and political. So that's why me personally on Facebook, I don't talk political. I don't talk about no political stuff like that because I know the game I'm playing. Me personally, I just think I don't try to get caught up too much in politics anyway. Because at the end of the day, man, it got to be about economics. It got to be about us building businesses and using Facebook as leverage. So personally, I can't say too many bad things about Facebook. Like I said, I spend money with Facebook. I've made a lot of money from Facebook. I've built a lot of customers with Facebook. I built a lot of my company through Facebook. So it is what it is. I try to tread softly and try to just use it to my advantage. Your network is definitely your net worth. So, like I said, a lot of people I have, they're just a Facebook message away. So, without Facebook, make it a lot harder. Of course, I don't try to build my business solely on Facebook because anything can happen. So that's why I try to diversify. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, email lists, these conversations, all that stuff. I definitely try to diversify. But me personally, I use Facebook to its advantage. I don't try to get too political. So if anybody has any last questions on investments or business or sales and marketing, anything like that, please drop it in now. If you haven't got my book, please, I think everybody in here probably has a copy of the book or bought a copy, and it's probably in the mail if you didn't get it already. Just let me know if you already have my book, if you read my book, what you think about it. If you wrote a review on Amazon, I know Derek wrote his review. Thank you so much. If you haven't got a copy of my book, please let me know. Let me know in the comments if you did get it, if you got it, if you like it, if it was helpful, what's your favorite chapter, stuff like that. If you have not gotten a copy for some crazy reason, you can still get a copy. You can go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. If you haven't gotten already for some crazy reason, make sure you please get it. Sold about 600 copies since June. Still selling every day. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting, everybody that got the book, everybody who read the book, everybody that provided feedback on the book. So if you haven't got that already, you can definitely go there and get your copy. A lot of copies just went out. Sent out all the tracking numbers. So if you got it, please let me know. Derek says, damn good read. I'm going to rock the shirt to the GGG fight in the Northeast next Saturday. All right, great. Yeah, we do have the Mind Over Money shirts as well. The merch is out now. So if you want any of the merch, you can get a shirt, you can get a hat. Hoodies will be out within the next couple of weeks. Please let me know. We can send that. So if you haven't got the book already, please get the book. Go to mindovermoneybook.com, mindovermoneybook.com. Also, if you want to get through the Financial Literacy Children's course with 2 bonuses, you can go there. 75% off back to school special. Please get back to school special. Will expire very soon. Back to school season is about to be over, so that special is going to be up, and that's going to be $250 for the program, which is still a good price. So please, if you want to get your child, grandchild in that, please sign them up. Carmen says, I got your book. I'm finished reading. Love it. It put me in a new frame of mind. It changed the way I look at life. Great. Thank you so much, Carmen. If you could do me a big favor, you can just write a review on Amazon. If you can go to Amazon.com, whenever you get a chance, as soon as possible, if you could write a review, that helps rank it higher on Amazon. I was in like the top, when I started, I was like the top 3 million of books. Top 3 million. I don't even know how, it's million, probably 100 million books on Amazon. I was in the top 3 million. Now I'm down to the top 100,000. So I'm in the top 100,000. It may not seem like a lot, but going from, top 3 million to top 100,000, it's getting ranked higher and higher. So I'm trying to get into like the top 50,000, the top 10,000, the top 1,000, top 100 books. So the more reviews I get, the higher it gets ranked on Amazon. So it keeps getting ranked higher every single week. So thank you, Carmen. Please, if you get a chance after this meeting, just go to Amazon.com, type my book in, and it's right there. I think we have 11 reviews so far. You can put one in. Thank you so much. It ranks it higher so more people can find it on Amazon and other platforms, stuff like that. So again, if you haven't got a copy yet, I think everybody here bought a copy. Go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. And you can also get the Financial Literacy Children's course with 2 bonuses. And the financial literate backpacks are dope. I think about 5 new backpacks just went out in the mail. Those are dope. I'm about to buy one for myself. Those financially literate backpacks alone are worth the price. Those things are dope. So have your child walking to school with a financially literate backpack. I'm telling you, all the kids gonna be like, what? What does that mean? Financially literate? Like, what does that mean? I'm telling you. What's your child teacher gonna think? They walking into class with a financially literate backpack, and they got the course with the knowledge, and they got the affiliate marketing training course, and they got you as the parent or aunt or uncle or grandparent teaching this information. I'm telling you, by the time they get to high school, they might be a millionaire already. So there's the link to get the course. If anybody has any additional questions after this, you can always email customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. We have more meetings scheduled up. I know Daryl scheduled for a meeting. Again, Kasana, if I did email you back early this morning. Just email me back if you get a chance to let me know if everything's sufficient. If everything's great, I'll send you the additional trainings. I'll send you access to my calendar. You get some free consultations, 2 free consultations. I never do that. Trust me. Anybody knows me knows I never do 2 free consultations. So you have access to that. Kasana, just please email me back if you get a chance. I did email you earlier. Anybody has any other questions, please just email the customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. That's customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Any other questions, just send them there. Everyone have a great night.